I probably had already said this in a video a while ago this month, but I wanted to make this review just so I could show off this Abigail Funko Pop that I gotten, like around the week I was gonna go see Terrifier 3. And I really didn't think they would make a Funko Pop for this, but once I found out, I just had to add this to my collection. But also I wanted to show this off for this review, as I like to show off Funko Pops based on movies and shows I'm about to talk about. I definitely need to get a Deku Funko Pop for My Hero Academia. Anyway, so, the only review I've done this month that is related to, like, horror scary would be the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, as far as I can recall. I definitely would like to talk about Terrifier 1 to 3 and Smile 1 to 2 before October is over, because I feel like I've not done much reviews on scary movies. Then again, that was like a goal I wanted to do, like, 3 years ago, just review any scary movies I picked out for the month of October. That slightly backfired or something? I don't know. Then for 2022, I guess I tried doing the same thing. And then 2023, I wanted to review the Saw movies, but I'll be doing that for next September. Still, there's definitely lots of scary Halloween stuff I wanted to review, especially the Halloween movies, which I had made thumbnails for, but I'm gonna have to do that probably next October. And I did want to talk about the Halloween Blumhouse trilogy, but unfortunately, I don't have my costume of Michael Myers that I had 2 years ago, so next year's gonna have to do. And I definitely want to review Monster House, as that happens to be one of my all-time favorite movies. That was from my childhood. But I think I shall wait until 2026. Why? That's a little bit much. Yeah, that may be a bit much, but the reason why I'm gonna wait in 2 years is because the movie was out in 2006, and by 2026, the movie will be 20 years old, so I figured, why not? Screw it. I can wait 2 years. What? Time will fly by anyways. Just like how this year has flown by, which, what the hell is up with 2024? No, seriously, this year does not feel right. I'm probably going crazy, but hey, 2026 is going to be a big year anyways, so, yeah, I feel like 2025 to 2026 will be the sequel to 2018 to 19, as I had to say, those 2 years were peak. Was it mainly because Infinity War and Endgame were coming out back-to-back? Yeah, pretty much, but still though, yeah, I'm fine waiting 2 years, I just gotta pick which one's important to review and which ones I shall, like, do another time, whether it be in October or on the day they were released. So, yeah, I could have done a review, back in April, because I did saw this movie in theaters, which, don't know if I was planning on doing a review. Well, don't matter, because we're doing it now, as I did watch the movie last night, and I need to have a spooky video out before the end of October, which I will do a Halloween special, as I am going to a friend's, Halloween thing this Thursday. I don't know if I'll record a vlog for that, which is why I'll probably do a Halloween special. So, though, I could go on talking about whatever I was just talking about, but let's just go on with today's review. So, hello everyone, welcome back to another movie review on the channel. So, Abigail was a movie that was released earlier this April, and I did went to go see it in theaters for a specific reason that I shall explain later. And I actually heard a lot about this movie from 3C Films, as he mentioned an update about, Marissa Barla. Oh god, I probably didn't pronounce her name correctly. I'm so sorry. I'm so bad at not only remembering names, but also pronouncing them. Still, basically around 2023, around the time Scream 6 was out, I had heard that she was going to star in a vampire movie where they'd be kidnapping Dracula's daughter. And that had me interested. Like, okay, don't know if I'll check it out or not. We shall see. That all depends. And back then, I had a different idea how this movie was going to be, because I feared she was going to be the vampire. Because the main plot for this movie is that a bunch of bad guys, well, they're not really, I mean, they're not good people, but they're not like bad guys. It's hard to explain, but yeah, they basically kidnap a 12-year-old daughter just so they can earn some money. And let's just say it all backfires when it's revealed to be a trap. And I would want you to go watching this movie blind, not knowing jack squat, but that's kind of too late, because I just said something about vampires, so yeah, this is a vampire movie. Abigail's a vampire movie. Still though, I remember watching the trailer like, oh, okay, alrighty, okay, interesting, and I could say this is one of those movies I'm not interested in, because I have a specific taste, but lately I've been checking out movies that aren't my cup of tea, you know, out of my comfort zone, and it's been going interesting. Some I've enjoyed, some I've not enjoyed, and would I have checked this out? Yeah, I most likely would had. I don't know if I was gonna check it out in theaters. I probably was most likely gonna wait until it was on Peacock. But I went to go see it in theaters for one main reason, and it was to show support for Melissa Bernera. God, I think I might have trouble pronouncing her last name, but it was mainly to show support for her because around that time period, I had heard that she had gotten fired from Scream 7, which I definitely want to make a video talk about the drama going on for Scream 7, as I was conflicted. Right now, I don't know how I'm feeling about it, other than little excitement that we have a release date for when we're getting Scream 7, which I feel like history is repeating itself, because slightly off topic real quick, Scream 1 to 2 were released, like, in between, like, 1996 and 1997, then, like, 3-4 years later, then, like, 3 or 4 years later, Scream comes out in 2000. Now it's happening again with Scream 5, 6, and 7, where we had 5 come out in 2022, then 6 a year later, and now, 3 or 4 years later, we're getting number 7. Don't you think that's a bit of a crazy coincidence to think about? Okay, off topic. Sorry about that. I'll bring that up again whenever I have the chance to make a video talking about Scream 7. Mainly the drama behind it and my thoughts on it. But yeah, overall, I want to show my support because I felt bad that she was fired and I was not too happy about it. But I went to go see 2 different movies on April 18th earlier this year. First was Abigail, and then second was Spy X Family Code White. Which, that was fun to watch in theaters, as I don't think I've watched an anime movie in theaters. Now, I've seen 2 anime movies in theaters this year. One in April, one in October. And that would be Spy X Family and My Hero Academia. I definitely would like to talk about My Hero Academia your next, if I'm able to get a Funko Pop. I probably will still make a video talking about that without a Funko Pop, and I'll just have a Funko Pop for a video whenever the series ends by next year. Okay, I'm getting way off topic. I need to make this quick and snappy, as I'm hoping to make this at least 15 minutes long. But still, though. So yeah, like I already said, I went to go see it to support Melissa, as I was feeling bad about her getting fired from Scream 7, and I gotta say, I'm glad I went to go see this in theaters, as I surprisingly ended up having a good time watching Abigail. I found the movie to be funny at times. I definitely had at least 1 or 2 jump scares in here, but I will say this right off the bat, it is a total gore fest, since it is very violent, and I guess Radio Silence sure do love to use a lot of blood and special effects in this movie, and by special effects, I mean practical effects, not special effects. It's mainly practical effects. But still, though, these are the same guys that made Scream 5 and 6, both movies I have enjoyed. They also have made Ready or Not, a movie I've not seen. You'll probably won't want me to check that out. I hear there's a sequel on the way. But I gotta say, Abigail is honestly an underrated gem, as I've now seen this movie twice. Once in theaters, and then again on Peacock as of last night. Now, I can't think of any negatives I have for this movie, other than that I pretty much knew who was gonna bite the dust in this movie, unfortunately, if you know what I mean, which I won't bring up spoilers, but you could pretty much predict the plot a little bit here and there. Mainly for who's gonna make it out alive or not. And I'm pretty sure it's pretty obvious who's going to make it out alive. But again, I won't bring spoilers. But I overall like the small cast in this movie, and the characters were overall likable. The standouts for me are definitely going to have to be Dan Stevens, and most of all, Melissa Barrera. I was first introduced to seeing her on screen from a movie called In the Heights, which was a musical I watched 3 years ago on HBO Max. Then I became a massive fan of her when I saw her in Scream 5. And yeah, so far I've enjoyed her movies from Scream 5, 6, and recently, Your Monster that I did got to see early this Monday. Not this Monday, last Monday, actually.
By the way, whatever the reason she got fired from Scream 7, I find it totally dumb and stupid.
But even though she's not going to be in Scream 7, I think she's in good hands getting other roles for other movies, whether they're horror or just regular movies. But I definitely gotta give props to the actress playing Abigail, because she was a straight-up menace in this movie. But overall, I had a really good time with Abigail as I saw it in theaters. I liked most of the characters. Definitely would recommend watching this with friends, but best to go in blind so they don't know what's going on. Abigail is a fun movie to watch around the Halloween season, so I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Back then, around April, I was between an 8 or an 8.5 out of 10, but I might as well give it an 8.5 out of 10, so screw it, what the hell. But rest in peace, actor Angus Cloud, who I had heard had passed away around like 2022 or between 2023. I don't know which year it was, but I definitely had heard about his passing a few years ago. I am aware he's in Euphoria, which I still have not seen that show, by the way. But yeah, once I saw him in the trailer, I was like, oh wait, did he film this movie before he passed away? And yeah, they do pay tribute for him at the end, so R.I.P. Angus Cloud, who was a fun character in this movie, I will say. With that being said, those are just my thoughts on Abigail, which is streaming on Peacock, and like I said, definitely would recommend checking this movie out. And if you're someone that has seen the movie, but want to watch it with a friend who hasn't, don't tell them what this movie is. Just have them go in blind, and it may surprise them. But yeah, definitely a fun movie to watch around the Halloween season. If you have seen the movie, be sure to let me know your thoughts, comments down below. But as always, I'll see you guys in the next review, which will either be Terrifier 1 to 3 or Smile 1 to 2. I definitely want to make those reviews before the end of October. But as always, peace out.